Everybody, and we back swinging with Still Swinging, and I'm your host, Thomas, and we moving it right along, family. We got my girl, Kendra G. As always, family, look, I ain't seen much of it, maybe 15, 25 seconds. She on the same planet with us. She looking for herself a man. Let's see if we can help her out, fellas.
Girl.
Jasmine
Jasmine, where you calling me from, honey?
from Atlanta, but I'm from Jersey.
Okay, but you live in Atlanta?
Yes,
How old are you?
35.
35. What do you do for a living?
I'm a waitress.
A waitress?
Yes, and I do makeup.
And you do makeup. Do you have any kids, honey?
No,
No kids. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer.
All right. So this is Jasmine. Ooh, child. We done went through a
I
lot.
know. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it all worked out. We're here now. Jasmine Atlanta, 35, Cancer, waitress, and does makeup. No kids.
No.
First thoughts, nice looking lady. Nice looking lady. 35, no kids. I don't know, fellas. 35, she nice looking like that. No kids. That's a problem. All right. But it's not a no. It's definitely not a no. I want to hear more.
What kind of guy you looking for, baby?
I made a list.
Okay,
I wanted to be prepared because when I get nervous, I forget stuff. Okay, so the kind of man I'm looking for is a man who's intentional, a man who's a manly man, who's a provider, a man who's family oriented, a godly man, somebody who's romantic, a man that's dominant, a man that knows how to communicate and comprehend, and a man that's going to be all about me and whose goal when we're dating is to be married.
Okay, you said provider, all about you. Okay. I want to start with provider. In what ways? You want me to pay all the bills? What do you mean by provider so they can understand?
Like I feel like most of my morals are traditional, like but not as far as me, staying at home, getting pregnant, not working. But like how they used to do it back in the day. But
No, her values is traditional for you. All right. For her, she want to do what the hell she want to do. You need traditional values. She need to be able to do whatever the hell she want to do, because you can't be tell her nothing, because that's called controlling. Remember back when you could tell your wife something? Now she call that controlling. You can't tell a woman that you take care of nothing. All right, because that's their idea of traditional. You be traditional. All right, no, traditional men, we like traditional women. We don't like modern women. All right, you notice how all y'all single and we leave y'all in the street? Because y'all got this idea that we need to adhere to the things that we've always had to adhere to, but y'all don't. Y'all needed to get different for y'all. Y'all need to get to do whatever y'all want while we still got to do the things that we always had to do. No, I see why she's single, fellas. You see that list she got? She don't expect to have to do nothing. But this right here. All right? And listen, baby girl, at 35 years old, if you ain't got nobody to do that for you yet, you get to kick your feet up while they pay for your life. It ain't gonna start. It ain't gonna happen now, not at 35. All right? Listen, you need that. You need to come back 10, 11 years ago. You can't find a way to come back 10, 11 years ago. You better get used to a different idea about men. All right? Because you out here dating at 35, expecting all this stuff. You ain't going to like men.
Work when you're pregnant.
No.
Well, then why you just say you don't want to stay at home and
Because
get pregnant?
I will find something to do where I can make money as well, but not like just not doing nothing after the fact.
But while you're pregnant, you don't want to work.
No.
So you do want to stay at home and pregnant.
I do. Before that happened, I do want to be a working woman to my man.
Gotcha.
It's the same story, fellas. They all think they entitled. It's their God-given right for some man to come and save them. These men that they go through all of their 20s not need. These men that they go through all their 20s, they gotta wait. They gotta wait till she get out her hot girl summer, till she get out of her boss chick. So none of this stuff don't work for her. Then she in her 30s. The man ain't thinking about her or what she want. All right, she want all this stuff, and he thinking you can get some dinner. I ain't doing all that for you. Listen, at 35 years old, men don't still have a lot of faith in you. All right, and I don't care what women told you.
You know, I want both of us to build an empire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm understanding. Because I think you were, I don't know, you correct me if I'm wrong. I guess the story is barefoot and pregnant. Like you don't like that analogy?
We don't care what analogy you like. That's what we don't like. Some chick who don't got much to offer coming and expecting the world. All right? All right? Some waitress with her cleavage out, all right, trying to tell us at 35 years old, middle-aged woman, all right, nice looking and by all accounts should have herself a man. We know plenty of men done tried. All right? Plenty of men done tried with this woman. This is a nice looking woman. We all looking at the same woman. Yeah, we know plenty of men done tried to come and believe in her. All right? Her hope just dwindling. But her list not getting no shorter. The only thing that changed on that list was the age of her men. Since she been 19 years old, she's still looking for this perfect man, and she ain't nothing close to perfect. All right? Some man she can run and tell how it's gonna go, and it ain't gonna happen for her.
I do, but then it's like after the baby is here already, I do want to get back to work.
Okay. I think I got you.
But the provider, like my parents are still married. They made 31 years in June. So my background is, you know, seeing my mom be a wife, working, not working because he wanted her to be a housewife.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with you, a goddamn thing to do with you, because you older than her. All right, they 31 years, you 35, and you ain't married. No damn body. All right, so none of that don't mean nothing to a man. We don't care nothing about your background and none of this nonsense. You get ready to talk because you ain't follow none of it. You ain't your mama.
So I grew up with that background, and I had to learn how to be a girlfriend because I didn't know how to be a girlfriend because all I've seen was my parents, and I see my mom be a wife. So I had to pull back a little bit in my relationships and not do too much. So when I say a provider, I want a man who's like a man. You know, you work, you come home, there's food on the table, there's your bath waters running, you got a massage, and you know, the night stuff. But you know, like a manly man. Yeah.
A manly man. I got you, bro.
Fellas, we know if she did all this stuff, she wouldn't be on the Kendra G show. Think we some kind of idiots. She ain't gonna do none of this. All right? She ain't gonna do none of that. She ain't gonna cook. She ain't gonna do, bro, if she was gonna do all of that, we know she wouldn't be on the goddamn Kendra G show. All right? Listen, she gonna run her goddamn mouth and keep expecting stuff. That list tell you everything.
Yeah. Okay, what are your deal breakers, Jasmine?
Okay. My deal breakers is no liars, no cheaters, and a man that doesn't wear cologne is a deal breaker. I love when a man smells good and takes care of his nails, no dirty nails. And a man that takes care of himself. You know, I don't want to just come in a picture and just, you know, cater to your every need. I want you to make sure you got you together too.
Okay. Now, cologne is a deal breaker, girl. You can't buy this man cologne.
No, listen,
trust me, she gonna want you to come in the picture and take care of her every need. But she ain't gonna wanna, she don't think she need to have to take care of your every need. Okay? You see that list? That list is a list of her every need. But you can't need nothing from her. That's the problem. You can't put no faith in her. All right? Men done tried, and she showed you that was a mistake. All right? Listen, baby girl got some ideas of men and what they supposed to do that's unreal.
Spoiled. I pay for first dates sometimes. Okay, my friends pay me for that. I definitely I love. Like I love. Okay, but I definitely pay for first dates sometimes, and I definitely buy my man stuff when I'm in a relationship and I know it's just us. I definitely spoil your back. So, but there's been times where I've been out on dates and it's just like you couldn't just spray something out real quick, just a little, a little effort.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm teasing you. All right, Jasmine. Does he have to be in the ATL?
No. Just
You
as long as if we do long distance, I just have to know that you know how to be faithful if we're gonna do that until one of us decides.
See, at 35 years old, she still don't know shit. All right, you ain't doing no long distance relationship at 35 years old. You still trying to waste your time. All right, she don't believe she old. She don't believe it, fellas. She don't believe she old. All right, she got to get 45, and men ain't paying her no goddamn mind before she realize she old. Trust me.
Who's gonna move where.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Now let's get to it. Now you are an attractive girl.
Thank you.
Does he have to
And
look
this is not a wig. I see some of the comments, and I'm not gonna curse. My mom's gonna be on here, and my daddy's a bishop. But this is not a wig. I actually have clip-ins that I make. Okay.
Baby girl, you are a nice looking woman. That is a big red flag that you're 35 and alone and single to the point you on the Kendra G show. That means we got your ass up on the Kendra G show. That means you too goddamn much because them dudes done been trying. All right, that means you too goddamn much. You 35, look like that, and single, you screaming. You're in the middle of the street, girl. All right, you a red flag.
And I do my own hair, so I don't, all that $200, $400 to go to the hair salon. Now I do buy bundles. Now that's where the money at. But I do my own hair and makeup, so I save me some money, okay?
Girl, don't worry about them hating ass hoes, child.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them hating ass hoes. Jasmine.
Look, little mama, I'm gonna tell you like this. All right. You did some things right. You did some things right, but you need to change your attitude. If you want to change your outcome, you need to change your attitude. And I really don't see how you do that talking to women. I don't see how you do that talking to women. They're going to keep you dreaming and keep telling you you deserve this while men keep showing you you don't. And they don't give a damn that you think you deserve this. All right, men got to give it to you. Women can only cheer for you. All right, make you feel good for right now. All right, but you're going to just keep getting older.
But you have an accent. What's your nationality?
If I need to take the DNA test to really know. But I'm just a girl from Jersey. That's black.
Okay, I thought you were Hispanic for some reason.
Yeah, it's somewhere in my family.
Okay. All right. Does the guy have to look a certain way?
Yes and no. I love a chocolate man. My dad's a chocolate man. I love chocolate people. Like all of my emojis on my phone are chocolate. But I'm 5'3", so you just got to be taller than me. And that does not mean 5'4". We both can't not reach the top of the cabinet. So just a little bit taller than me. And you got to be athletic. Now, if you're chubby, you got to be tall. Okay, you got to have a little balance.
You got to be tall.
Yeah, if you chubby, like I dated a guy that was like 300 pounds, but he played football and he was 6'4". So he was athletic, but he was like 300 pounds, but in a good way. Like he was still in shape and he was like really tall. So it kind of like.
You see the problem with dealing with all these men? You keep every man that step up, you got all other men to compare him to. All these other men that he got to compete with. that get to talk to you. That's the problem with you running through all of these men. See, he got to compete with all of these men, every man that come and talk to you. That's the problem. You shouldn't know all of those men and have him. He shouldn't be able to compete. It shouldn't be all of these men to compete with. But that's what happened when you get 35 years old. You just keep running from man to man. All right, look, girl, I'm telling you, you screaming. You're in the middle of the street. You better take your ass home, girl.
It makes sense.
Okay.
I just make sure we look good together and you're good to me. It really doesn't matter what you look like. If you're funny and our energy connects, then that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, fellas.